Welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is February 21st, and that means day 52 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we're going to show you how we printed out Izzy the Construction Worker, so stick around. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 52 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're unfamiliar with the project, check out the description below. I put a facts section down at the bottom that'll give you all the details. And also listed in the description is my MatterHackers affiliate link. If you can click on that link anytime you need printer parts or even filament, it'll kick back a little bit to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us out a lot, and I really appreciate it. So for today's episode, it's Izzy the Construction Worker from the Around Town collection from MakerBot. And for this print, we use MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color of tan on our all-new gMax 1.5 XT Plus. I thought it was time to visit that Around Town collection again and find a really cool figure to print. And for this print, I picked out Izzy the Construction Worker. And this is a very cool model, and it has a lot of little detail. And although we did have a little bit of a problem with our print, which I'll show you in the close-ups, it still turned out pretty awesome and the color looks really good. So let's head over to Thingiverse and I'll show you where to download the model. Then we'll tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for this print. Then we'll fire up some of that time-lapse footage and I'll meet you guys back here at the workbench. Okay, so here we are at Thingiverse. Here is Izzy the Construction Worker by MakerBot. And I'll put the link down in the description so you can download and print this yourself. And of course, this is part of the Around Town collection, one of my favorite collections of figures to print from MakerBot. And of course, we've already printed ours, so let's tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for this print. Okay, so here we are in Simplify 3D, and here is Izzy the Construction Worker. And this is a very, very detailed little model, so let me show you my process settings. Under layer height, we did a 0.16 millimeter layer height with 3 top and 3 bottom solid layers and 3 perimeters. We also ran a brim by entering 0 in the skirt offset at 4 outlines. For infill, we used 15% for this little model, and 0 support. For temperature, this is MatterHackers PRO PLA, so my temperatures are 205 and 208, and I have my 3-stage cooling system set up, and we ran this out at 45 millimeters per second. So let's hit OK, and let's hit Prepare to Print, and I'll show you how it slices. Okay, so there's our finished sliced model, and let me play this through so you can see how it prints. And of course, we have that MakerBot emblem on the bottom. And as you can see, there is a lot of detail on this model that they included. Here it is finishing up. And we did have a minor issue with ours, so let's fire up some of that time-lapse footage and I'll meet you guys back over at the workbench and we'll talk about the print. Alright, so that was a cool little bit of time-lapse footage, and here is Izzy the Construction Worker, and I'll put some close-ups in at the end. But I don't know if you can see this or not, but there is a major skip issue going on right through the middle of the face. And I can pretty much pull the whole top of the head off. There is a lot of problems with the top of this model. The rest of the model printed out awesome. All the detail came out really great. Everything printed really great, up until it got to the little tape measure and right in the middle of the face. Now, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I did measure my filament and it is completely in spec. I did use the same settings I've used for previous models that I printed just like this. And my temperature settings haven't drifted that much. So I'm not exactly sure what the problem is. And if you guys have some ideas, maybe you can leave them in the comments below. But for now, the rest of the model looks great, except for that giant skip through the middle of the face. And I'm pretty sure I can pull the whole top of the head off if I give it a shot. But I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to keep it intact so I can remember where the problem was. But other than the skipping issue, I think this model turned out pretty great. All the little detail is here. The color is really great. I really love this tan color for the MatterHackers PRO PLA line. And the reason why we're using the tan is we were going to start finishing these models. And unfortunately, we won't be able to finish here, little Izzy here, because he has a major problem. So we definitely have to reprint him. But other than that, I think the printer did an amazing job of picking up the detail, and I think the color looks really great. And other than the skipping issue, I'd say this is a pretty good print. Well, that about wraps it up for day 52 of the 3DP 365 project. If you have any ideas on why this might have been skipping 3/4 of the way through the print, make sure you leave those in the comments below. And please remember to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and join me again tomorrow for the very next episode of the 3DP 365 project. It's too bad this model didn't turn out perfect. I'm still curious on why the skipping started 3/4 of the way, but hopefully with your tips and suggestions, we'll be able to fix it for the next print.